Hello, so since Callum referred to my previous post about this, I can update the situation. It's been a long time. So what I ended up coding my own piece of software to control Watchout. So what I did was I got this, I'll show you, this controller, XK-60 from PI engineering. Yeah, this. And I wrote a piece of software that sits in between Watchout and this case. And I can show you. And it's all free to use. You can take it and use it and change it. So it's just a reproduction of the physical controller. So when you press the physical controller, you'll have a feedback on the buttons. Or if you use the software, if you activate a button, it will show on the controller. So let's say that, and I've made this custom to run one of my let's close this window. Okay. To run one of my shows. I'll show you what it can do. So if you want to add, this will, what the buttons will, it can do anything, but what they are doing at the moment, they are triggering the timelines. So if you want to add a timeline, just right click here on the first line. You can give a name to the button and the name of the timeline you want to trigger. So let's say that I want to trigger Russia World Cup timeline. The name, this is just the name, okay, of the button. This is the actual name of the timeline you want to trigger. So you see it's there now. So the timeline is here. So you press it and it runs the timeline. We press it again, it stops. And I can show you. It's there. And we'll press it again and it closes. As simple as that. The timelines have to be formatted for the buttons, of course. So all timelines should have also the name of the timeline. This what the name that will refer on the button. This line here, not this one. This is just name. I'll add it just name. Okay. So this will trigger because. So what you have to do is the timeline. All the timelines need to have a queue called start and another queue called stop. When you press the button, it will go to the queue start. If you press it again, it will go to the queue stop. So you don't have to wait for the cursor to go from one side to the other. If you want to stop it, it will stop it immediately. Another feature that I added because I need it, it's here on the this settings, auto start timelines. What this is you can put a list of timelines here. So these timelines refer to these ones down here, to these timelines. If to add a timeline, you just type the name and close the window and it will save. So these timelines will launch automatically when you start the software. So this is, for me, this is the default show, the base show. So if I close the software or the app and if I start it now, you'll see that Watchout will go online and you'll see that these timelines will start automatically. Yeah, they are all running. I don't know if this computer can handle the whole thing. I don't think so. Yes, everything is running, but it's just this machine I'm using cannot run everything at the same time. Another feature, auto prepare. What this line does, this is similar to the first one. Of course, this is custom made from us. So what this one does, it's some of the timelines I need to start, but not to run. So it will just go to this start position here, but it will not run. So it's just to preload the timeline. So when you trigger, when you press them here on the physical controller or on the software, and when you press it, it's already loaded, so it will not stutter or it will not get stuck when it plays the first time. So, and it's the same procedure, just type the name of the timelines and close it to save. This message, this is just showing, for debugging, it's just showing the message that it's being sent to Watchout and the time. So as you can see, when you press the button, it will just go to queue start on this timeline and run. It's exactly the same what this does. The difference is that this one doesn't have the run command. It will just go to the start position of the timeline, but it will not run. So it's just ready to run but not run. Well, I made this. This is coded in Visual Net, VB.net, and it's free to anyone who wants to use it and change it. I can supply the source code. I don't have it online at the moment, but it's not a problem. I can just, if you want to use it, I can upload it. Well, that's it.